If you've spent any time at all in the crypto space, you've definitely seen them. These giant, almost unbelievable API numbers. So, what's the catch? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out. We're going to demystify those figures that, let's be honest, seem way too good to be true. Right? You see a number just like this one plastered all over some crypto platform. 100% annual percentage yield. I mean, compared to a traditional bank, that's an absolutely insane figure. And your first instinct is probably the right one. You have to ask yourself, is this just marketing hype? Is it some kind of temporary illusion? Or is there something real actually happening behind the scenes that makes these kinds of returns even possible? That's the million-dollar question we're here to answer. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to look at the math, the mechanics, and of course, the hidden risks that these platforms don't always put in big, bold letters. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what that big, flashy number really means for your money. Okay, so the first piece of this whole puzzle, and you could argue it's the most important one, is a concept you probably remember from school. But in the world of crypto, it gets supercharged. I'm talking about the raw power of compounding. So this is the basic idea, right? Unlike simple interest, where you only earn on your starting amount, compounding means your interest starts earning its own interest. So your balance grows, and then your next interest payment is even bigger because it's based on that new, larger balance. It's a total snowball effect. And this brings us to what is maybe the single most critical lesson for anyone getting into DeFi. You have to know the difference between APY and APR. APY, that's annual percentage yield, includes the effect of compounding. APR, annual percentage rate, does not. It's just the flat rate. That's why APY will always look higher than APR, assuming compounding happens more than once a year. So the very first question you should always ask is, which one are they showing me? Now, I know what you're thinking. A math formula. Don't click away. It looks complicated, but it's actually pretty straightforward. See that R? That's just the interest rate, the APR we just talked about. The real magic, the secret sauce behind those huge DeFi numbers, is the N. So N is just the number of times your interest gets compounded in a year. A bank might compound daily, so N would be 365. But in DeFi, protocols can compound hourly, which makes N a massive 8,760. It's that super high frequency that really juices the final APY number. It's a huge reason why crypto yields just look so much bigger. Okay, so compounding explains how the number gets so big, but it doesn't explain where the initial interest, that R value, is even coming from in the first place. In the world of DeFi, that money's mainly generated through two core methods. So first up, you've got staking. This is where you lock up your crypto to help secure a blockchain network. And in return, you get rewarded with new coins. Think of it as the more passive, kind of lower risk option. And then there's yield farming. This is the high risk, high reward game. Here, you're providing a pair of tokens to a liquidity pool and you earn trading fees. But this path has a major hidden trap. And this brings us to the one risk that can completely vaporize your gains, even if the APY is through the roof. It's a concept pretty unique to yield farming, and it's called impermanent loss. So what on earth is it? Honestly, it's a bit of a mind bender, but here's the core idea. It's a potential loss that can happen when the price of the tokens you've deposited changes after you've put them in the pool. Let's just walk through how it works. Okay, so imagine you deposit an equal value of Ethereum and a stablecoin into a pool. Now, let's say Ethereum's price shoots way up. The pool's algorithm automatically sells some of your now pricier Ethereum to buy more of the stablecoin, just to keep things balanced. So when you go to withdraw your money, you'll have less Ethereum and more stablecoins than you started with. And here's the catch. The total dollar value of what you pull out could actually be less than if you had just held on to your original coins and done nothing. Your gains literally become a loss. And this quote from our source material just nails it. A handsome 50% APY can be completely erased by a 20% impermanent loss. You could literally end up with less money than you started with, even though you were earning rewards that whole time. It really is the silent killer of crypto yield. All right, so with all these crazy risks we've talked about, why are the rewards so high in the first place? Well, to get that, we need to compare the world of DeFi directly with traditional finance. I mean, just look at this. The difference is just staggering. A standard bank savings account might give you, what, 0.5%? A so-called high-yield account might get you 4% if you're lucky. But even a pretty safe stablecoin pool in DeFi can offer triple that. And there are some very real reasons for this gap. It really boils down to three main things. First, you're being compensated for risk. Your bank deposit is insured, your DeFi deposit is not. That higher yield is basically you getting paid to take on the risk of hacks or things going wrong. Second, there are no middlemen. DeFi cuts out the banks, so the interest that borrowers pay goes pretty much directly to you. And third, inflationary rewards. A lot of these high APYs are paid out in a brand new token that's constantly being created, which can dilute its value over time. So, what's the most important takeaway from all this? It's this. You have to change how you think about APY. It's not a guarantee. It's a risk-adjusted projection. It is a reward for taking on risks that just don't exist in traditional banking. And understanding those risks, especially impermanent loss, is your absolute best defense. And that, ultimately, is the question you have to answer for yourself. The world of DeFi has some absolutely incredible opportunities, for sure, but they come with equally significant challenges. Now you know what to look for, what questions to ask, and where the real catch might be hiding.